Springs Christian School. And she was there from 4th through 8th grade. And Victoria has been involved in the Relay for Life since she was a 4th grader. Miss Hill, who is normally the one who coordinates all of our kids. You'll see our kids running around in tie-dyed Relay for Life shirts. That way I can pick them out if I need to and recognize them. And they've been trained to be your servants during this relay. So that's for sure. We're trying to build servant leaders. And so if you need help with anything, you find somebody in a tie-dye shirt and ask them, and they better say, "Oh yes, I'd love to help you." If not, tell me. Okay. Well, Victoria has that servant's heart. And she came to her first relay with Miss Hill, her teacher, and just was really convicted and impressed, and it became something that was a part of her. She's a member of the La Mirada Youth Volunteers, an action organization, a volunteer usher for the La Mirada Theater. She participated with the National American Miss Organization. She is currently Miss La Mirada, and she was second runner-up to Miss California. She's a beautiful young lady, but even more so on the inside than on the out. Along with her father, she has participated in numerous community service projects. She's here speaking to you this morning because her grandmother, Victoria Sanchez, is a cancer survivor. And Victoria Johnson is going to come speaking from the perspective of a family member who she loves dearly, and what it's like to deal with cancer from that perspective. So would you please join me in welcoming my friend, Victoria Johnson.
As Mr. Brown said, my name is Victoria Johnson, and I'm a 16-year-old girl, of course. I'm a junior at Whittier Christian High School, and I'm also the 2011-2012 National American Junior Miss La Mirada. I would like to start off by I would like to start off by thanking Mr. Brown and Miss Hill, my father and grandmother, for teaching me at a young age the true meaning of the words, "The purpose of life is a life of purpose." I would also like to thank all of you for giving me the honor to speak to you this morning. This will be the 8th year that my grandmother and I have participated in the American Cancer Relay for Life. I have lived with my father and grandmother since I was 3 years old. Unlike most children, I didn't have a mother in my life. Like the amazing woman she is, my grandmother took her place. She taught me how to put on my makeup, how to paint my nails, all of that stuff. I have a special connection with her that most people don't have with their grandparents. My grandmother was diagnosed with colon cancer in 1998. I remember how devastated and scared she was. I remember sitting outside the door of her room crying because they wouldn't let me see her. I knew even at a young age that God was going to protect her and heal her from this terrible disease. She has now been cancer-free for 14 years. The things I love most about Relay is there are so many ways we can help. We can donate, we can walk, we can decorate luminaries, and most of all, we can help and encourage each other and remind each other that there is hope and cancer can be defeated. My grandmother and I spent hours making bags for the luminaries booth. We both got to listen to wonderful stories of survival. Each year, my grandmother and I have become closer as we walk the survivors lap and met all the remarkable survivors. As the years passed, I spent more time participating and experiencing new things. I've come to understand what the word cancer and the Relay for Life means to not only my grandmother, but to so many other people. With each year that passed, I learned what being a cancer survivor was about. When I look at my grandmother, I see a wonderful woman who was able to beat cancer and still live an amazing life. I see a woman that fought hard and won. I see a woman that endured the pain of surgery and the effects of chemo. Also, I see an auntie that lost her beloved niece at the age of 40 to the same cancer that she beat. But also, I see a woman that because of her faith in our Savior Jesus Christ has shown me with his grace that nothing is impossible. My grandmother, like all of you, is proof that cancer can be defeated. I have been asked why I continue to come back year after year to Relay. I relay to honor the people that have relayed before me, because without their dedication to raising money for research, my grandmother and many other people might have lost their fight. It is our responsibility as a community and as a country to help others when we can. Responsibility means being accountable for someone or something within our ability, power, or control. This means our service is not something that is optional. It is rather something we should do when we have the ability, power, or control to give back to service to people in need of it. I have learned that with each step we take and every hour we put forth, we come closer to finding a cure. Spending all these years with my grandmother is something I will treasure all of my life, and the inspirational stories I've heard from survivors will give me hope when I need it. A verse that I keep close to my heart, and I would love to share with you this morning, is Hebrews 6:19. We have this hope like an anchor for the soul, firm and secure. Don't give up hope when times are bleak. Together we can find a cure for cancer, and I know we will. This experience that I've shared with my grandmother, my family, and my friends, as well as all of you, has changed my life forever. Thank you.